What's up, ladies and gentlemen? 16 Yojo Daddy here. This is it. We're going to talk about the Haslab return. It has been successful, so bravo to Hasbro. Can't say enough about how well they did with it, how they honored their word, and honestly lived up to my expectations. But just to give you a little background on the process, after I received my original Rattler, I realized that the battery compartment was fused shut to it. I made the video tearing apart the Rattler. The reason I was doing it was I was going to have to return it to Hasbro because after calling customer service and then getting an agent to email me back and forth, we had discussed everything, had it all in writing there. He had guaranteed that if I returned it, then in November, I would have a brand new Haslab shipped out to me. So I went back and forth and made him confirm it several times because I am a doubting Thomas and didn't want to risk losing that Rattler for anything. But Hasbro lived up to the word. They did get it shipped back. Now, I personally waited till the first week in November before I returned it. And I did that because there was no point in giving it back to them for all those months in between. For no reason really other than the fact that I didn't have the lights, so I wanted it in my display for that time, so I just kept it till then because the guy told me that in November they would be getting in the shipment of the replacement Haslabs for the ones that were defective. So guys, that's been my experience with the Haslab return. Hope this is educational. Hope everybody gives Hasbro a little bit more slack on their customer service. I personally have not had any issues with them whatsoever. Anytime something was wrong, they completely replaced the product. And even if it was missing something, like I had a Twilight Guard that was missing a blast effect, and they sent me a whole new 2-pack. But yeah, Haslab returns do happen. They do live up to their word and get you what you were promised by backing it. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this, or I hope you enjoy this, and just take a look. Here's the Rattler back in the house. Guys, so here we are. It is back. Hasbro has returned a Rattler. This kind of worries me because I do keep the boxes. I'm not an inbox collector, but I do keep the boxes, and this is the first time I've had one shipped poorly. But it is here. It's been at my mother's for a while. I was living near her, using her address for mail because it was closer. But we picked it up now that it's Christmas, and we'll get it opened up and check it out. All right, guys, so here's the Rattler box out of the shipper box. And I'm not going to take the time to go through putting it back together like I did taking it apart, because tearing it apart is a lot more fun than putting it together. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of unboxings at this point. But we're going to find out how the Haslab return went. Like I said in the last video, I got everything boxed up. They sent me a shipping label and shipped it back to them. And as soon as they got it, they sent me a tracking number and sent me this one back. So was just waiting on it to get here in the mail. It actually went to the original address, which was my mother's that I'd used before at one point when we were in the process of moving. And so it actually went to her house, which is quite a drive away. So got it over the holidays and brought it home. Now I'm going to get it unboxed, see if everything's there like it's supposed to be, and see if this one's functioning right or not. If this goes right, man, this is going to be a major news break as far as how Hasbro really and truly handles Haslab returns and whether they are living up to their word of taking care of the customer or not. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this open. I'll get it out, get everything looked at it. And we'll just come back and do a little review once we've got everything put together. All right, guys, see you later in the video. All right, guys, so here we've got the Baroness, Wild Weasel, and the Cobra Rattler Gunner from the Rattler Haslab. So at this point, we know we've got the figures right. We're going to get them out and take a look at them. We'll see you on the other side. And guys, here's a shot at the side art on the box. See all three go together to make one big picture there. I think that is pretty cool with the rattlers flying overhead. This, I get a feeling looking at this kind of like I used to with the G.I. Joe Adventure pullouts that you had in the boxes with the vehicles. Really, really good artwork. Especially like that Wild Weasel with the cracked visor. Reminds me of, I believe it's G.I. Joe 35. I believe it's 35 was the Ace and Wild Weasel battle. But we'll move on from here. 183, 184, and 185. And then also on the back of these, we had what's on the back of the Rattler box, which is really cool as well. And then just more of the art on the side. That's it on the packaging. All right, guys, so here we've got Wild Weasel, Baroness, and the Cobra Rattler Gunner out of the box. On the Haslab return, I didn't get to do a review on these before. I love this Baroness, down to the detail on the helmet from the cartoon. She comes with several other accessories there. And Wild Weasel with the cracked helmet. That's pretty cool looking, but I'm going to have to go with the OG original Wild Weasel. And then this Gunner, the detail on him, the Cobra on the helmet. See if I can get that to focus up there. Yep. I mean, just every detail on these figures is phenomenal. And this gun he came with is just really cool looking. I think I'm going to actually give that to somebody else because I think I'm going to have Wild Weasel in the cockpit and the Gunner in the back with Baroness standing down below as it flies over. So that's what we're looking at. There's the figures. Oh, whoa, John Morant. Man, would you stop it with this crap already? Get out of here, John Morant. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. Go away. Anyways, back to the Haslab return on the Rattler. It has been a success, and we will show you the Rattler here in a minute. And then we'll talk some more about what all we had to do to get this done. And one more thing I wanted to add. The map on Wild Weasel's leg, while it still does kind of resemble Ohio, the OG figure had an actual map of Ohio on the map and a target that, if you look at the map, some people tended to say that it was Cincinnati because Kenner headquarters was there, and it was like a poke and jab at Hasbro and Kenner being at war, blah, blah, blah. Just something goofy. But actually, if you look at the original map on the OG Wild Weasel and compare it to a standard map, you will see that it more closely resembles the target actually being Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, which is close to Springfield, Ohio. And we all know what went down in Springfield. So if you've got Wright-Pat Air Force Base right there, it just kind of makes sense. Plus, you did have the Cincinnati-Kenner connection. But I believe if you look at the map, it's more of an indication of Wright-Pat Air Force Base, where highly classified new vehicles and aircraft were tested. But just a little fun fact there. All right, guys, so here is the Rattler. We have gotten it back, put it together. Cockpit looks amazing. Dash. Loving the blast effects. Inside got a little dusty there. Just in a little bit of time that I've had it. But I did put some of the stickers on. Thought they looked pretty good. Blast effects. I am loving this thing so far. Like I said, I did have it, but I have not got to see the lights. But I did add some stickers here and there. Put the 1141s on. And also the Mars. Love that one. And I've yet to show you the lights, but I have put on the battle damage there. And here are the figures. This wild weasel is just absolutely gorgeous. Love the gunner. And probably one of the best Baronesses we have had to date. But we'll get them into the vehicle, take a little shot of that, turn the lights on. And that's going to be about it. But let's move on to putting the figures in and seeing the lights. All right, guys, so here we got Wild Weasel in the cockpit. Had to get one of my sons to help me with this. He got the joystick in his hand and got the throttle in his hand. Then got the gunner at the controls. All right, well, let's check these lights out, see what they do. All right, first lights. Let's see, we just got white, I believe. Yeah, that's what it looks like there. And the second light turns to red squares, it looks like. Go ahead and take a peek inside the canopy here. God, it looks good. I am so excited to finally get to see what this thing looks like lit up. Wow. So cool. Let's try it one more time here. Goes to full red lights on the front. Oh, and we've got the battle damage. That is beautiful. I don't care who you are. That is amazing. And then back to the original white. And it goes off on a timer as well, so that's that. But that's it. That's what it's like to return a Haslab, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the information. Hope you've enjoyed the outcome. I'm proud of Hasbro on this one. All right, guys. Yo, Joe.